What's good, people? About that time to regularly relate versus rants, no hate. So, look, I was asked, do I really think Errol Spence is good enough to beat Terrence Crawford? This is what I feel, okay? Yes, I feel he's good enough to beat him. You don't have to be more technically sound, but I feel like his grit, his power, he has enough speed, his determination, all of that combined, and he can box. You guys, he's a different type of boxer than he's a boxer puncher, okay? Then Terrence, he's a different fighter than Terrence Crawford. Um, it doesn't have to be a chess match, and I think that wouldn't work in Errol Spence's favor to make it a chess match. I think he needs to box, use movement, and I think he needs to get in there, and that he needs to make Crawford fight more than he wants to. And I think he has to rough him up and use that grit, that determination. Um, Now, since the accident, we haven't seen him fight. He's been out of the ring for a long time. I don't know if he's rusty, what he's going to come back and look like. And then we're talking about he's saying he don't need a tune-up, but it's not looking like Crawford will be his first fight. Now, whether he fights Danny Garcia, whoever, if he's 100%, yeah, yeah, I go with him to win. Hopefully that layoff is not enough to like there's no ring rush. Hope he can come back and as long as he's ready. But again, man, I can't guarantee anything. I'm not one of those guys. I know for a fact this guy. I don't know that, man. I don't know these things. I feel like he can beat Terrence Crawford, and I also feel like Terrence Crawford can beat him. That's how feel. But I feel like if I have to just pick a winner and say, all right, look, they both gonna go for broke. They both at their best, and I go with Errol Spence, man. I go with Errol Spence. Yeah, I do think he can beat him. And I think when you guys are looking at certain fights that Spence has had, and you guys are imagining Crawford's going to do this and he's going to do that, the one thing I will say about Errol Spence, and I've said this before, okay? Errol Spence, to me, makes fights harder than they need to be. Because instead of him just using his boxing skills, but you can box moving backwards, forward, lateral movement, you can mix it up. There's no one particular way to box. I think he gets into too many dogfights. And when he fought Mikey Garcia, my take on that was, you know what? I'm gonna show these people I can box, and he had the right opponent to do that against. And he should be able to do whoever you're fighting. Your skills, okay, what you need to do to win that fight, that's what you resort to. He didn't have to box Mikey Garcia, but he didn't fight Mikey like he fought these other guys, like coming in just banging with him. He basically was, people calling him a weight bully. He felt like he had something to prove, and that was that I can box. I'm not one-dimensional. In all honesty, I mean, he did what he did. But even like against Sean Porter, he said Sean Porter's the kind of guy that make you like, he don't give you time to think. He just jump in. True, but Errol Spence is much taller than Sean Porter, much longer reach. I don't think Thomas Hearns honestly was a better boxer. At one point, I was kind of, but I'm looking at no. I think he was a better boxer than Ray. He was smart enough and good enough to use his reach. He had enough speed and power and movement in his reach that Ray couldn't get behind that jab, man. Ray Leonard he couldn't get away from that jab. He just couldn't get in on the inside like he needed to, and he stayed on the outside. And people were saying, well, he should have did it. No, what we saw him not doing is because he couldn't do it, and it was more danger for him to try to come in on the inside that way. So the fight went the way it did, and he got the knockout. He won. But I feel like even against Kilbrook, that's just the way Errol Spence liked to fight. He liked to mix it up. He liked that rough house, get in there and just bang. And he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to. And with a guy short as Sean Porter, I'm saying if you can't keep him on the end of your reach, Sean Porter just had that kind of style that he's right. He does try to smother you. He smothers himself. He smothers his own punches. He jumps in. He doesn't want to give you time to react and think. But it's not about what he wants to do. with that kind of reach and you stay on your toes and you shooting that jab out there, double, triple jabs and keeping them out, pow, catching there, bait them in, you get in and bang with them when you need to. You control that. It's like that mental chess match, but not the chess match of trying to outbox him. Yeah, well, outboxing him, but I mean, like, it's not like you got to go move for move with this guy. Just you control that, because if he can't get in, he's gonna get desperate and run in, and you're gonna catch him with something. And whether you knock him out or knock him down, and Spence got the kind of power to knock you out. So you add that with his momentum coming in because he's getting desperate and rushing in. Like, the only way I can get him is if I just come in. Yeah, I feel like that's something that Errol Spence definitely need to work on, is using his reach, man. He doesn't fight long. He fights like a little guy, man. He gets in, he bangs when he really shouldn't, when he could just basically, like I said, control the distance, use his reach, use his movement, and then you decide when you want to come in. You decide when you want to get out. You decide when you're going to brawl, when you're going to box, mix it up, give him different looks. Not that Sean Porter's a pushover, but even if you see when Sean Porter fought Kell Brook, you know, Kell Brook was beating him, was getting the best of him by keeping it long and working off of that jab and then coming in and throwing his shots, and he definitely won. There was no robbery, no. I think honestly, I felt like Sean Porter won. That Errol Spence won that fight against Sean Porter. It was a tough, close fight. I still felt like, yeah, Errol's getting them. I think Kell Brook's win was more clean cut. It was less of a debate, the Kell Brook win. But at the same time, okay, Kell Brook got beat up, and then people started making this, oh, he was outboxing Errol Spence. Yeah, Errol Spence likes to get there and bang when he doesn't have to do that. That's what I'm saying. So as far as discipline is concerned, if he goes in there, and let's say, because Terrence Crawford is a thinker, if Terrence Crawford can see him not making the right adjustments, and kind of falling into a, overzealous, I'm trying to knock him out, or just, yeah, I think they can beat each other. I'm not going to guarantee you he's going to knock, like, I don't know what he's looking like now. So I can't go by anything that he's done now. I have to go by what I saw him do in the past. So what is he working on? Is he changing? Are they, these things that I'm pointing out, are they working on those things? Or is he going to come there with the same, let me just come in and try to throw bombs? And don't get me wrong, I think he can knock Crawford out. Don't get me wrong, I think he can knock Crawford out. But as far as him being able to catch Crawford, if he's fighting one-dimensional and just, it will be more difficult because Terrence Crawford can box. This is why I'm saying he needs to give Terrence Crawford different looks. We know Terrence Crawford is not no big, huge puncher. We know he's not, he's a boxer, man. He's not even a boxer puncher. He's a boxer, and he's a smart fighter. But I think that Errol Spence, if he fights smart and giving those different looks and understand, put some snap and some speed in his shots, man, and be selective with his shots, not just look for that one shot, and how he has a tendency to open up some time and throw that shot and stand there and kind of like, no, because Crawford is a smart fighter. Anyway, with all that being said, like I said, the night of the fight, those guys bring what they have to the table, and that's when we get to see what they have. But yeah, I do think he can beat Crawford, but again, I think Crawford can beat him too. But I'm going with Errol Spence to win. I think that dog in him, man, that grit that he has, that willpower. If that hunger is still there, yeah. I don't know, like I said, what he looked like now. It's been a long time. But we will see. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. Yeah, I do think he can beat Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford, they're both solid fighters, and to me is the best fight at 147. That's the one I want to see. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say on this video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.